What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Brown. And this is the Ash Brown Uncensored Show. Alright? On this program, I talk a little bit about everything. It may be pop culture related, but it's probably Ash Brown related. You just gotta stay tuned to see what I'm gonna talk about. Today I'm gonna talk about revenge. We're going to talk about revenge. I was having a conversation yesterday with a really good friend of mine. We were talking about vengeance and revenge and all the things that eat people up on a regular basis. And it's really sad and it's really just sickening that some people feel so inclined to try to get this person back or get this person whatever. And the example that came to mind for me was an ex of mine. Actually, it was my very first ex. And things did not end well. Things did not end well at all. He dropped me like a sack of potatoes. I was crushed. This was my first love. And we had all these plans, or maybe I had all the plans. Maybe that was the problem. I had all the plans in my head on what we had discussed and what we had fantasized our life to be in the future. I mean, down to like the blueprint of the house, y'all. Like literally all the details. And he ultimately decided that he didn't want any of that. He didn't want me. And that was a tough pill to swallow. Rejection, a lot of times I've realized, is your protection. Take it for what it is. So he drops me, dumps me, doesn't even, just completely ghosts me. Doesn't have the conversation like we said we were going to have. But completely just drops me like a sack of potatoes. And life goes on. I am bitter, I'm angry, I'm mad, I'm all the things. And something starts to build up inside of me that has never happened before. And it's an anger. It's a bitterness. And yeah, so it was a very interesting time because I started to transform into someone else, someone I didn't recognize. And I had the opportunity to do something to kind of do some get back, and I did it. And I didn't feel wonderful about it. I didn't feel like, oh my God, this is victory. I just felt like, okay, I did this thing. And yeah, it didn't have the reaction that I thought it was going to have. However, years and years and years later, he and we reconnected on some adult type stuff. Like, we're adults now. What happened is in the past. We're just going to let it go. And so I was on some adult type stuff. Little did I know he was on some get back revenge type stuff. He wanted to one up what I had done 20 something years ago, y'all. Like this was a while ago. He wanted to one up that by pretending that he wanted to be in a relationship again. And it was just really crazy because I'm older now. I'm wiser. I've seen a lot. I've experienced even more. So him essentially love bombing me didn't work. It didn't work. And I just kept my distance because I didn't know what his intent was, but I knew that I didn't want to go down that street with him again. I knew that. I didn't mind being a friend. I didn't mind being cool with him, but I knew that we were not meant to be. We just weren't. Our lives were so different and complicated, And it didn't fit. It did not fit. And I had gotten intel. I'd gotten some intel that the reason why he was doing what he was doing and trying to love bomb me and pull me into his world and all the crazy chaos that it was because he wanted to get back. He never wanted to be with me again. He just wanted to take advantage of the situation, use me up, and toss me away. And to be able to do that 20, nearly 30 years later, I guess he felt he was vindicated. And I just never understood that. And maybe that's my fault for trying to understand somebody that is clearly not on the same planet as yourself, right? But if I spend 20 years trying to get back at somebody who doesn't even give me the time of day, I've wasted time. And that just goes back to one of my recent posts on Instagram. It says, there are people holding grudges against you for the things they did to you. Don't let it stop your shine. Keep going. And that's all I had to say for that, is just keep going. There's going to be people that reach back out to you that mean you no good. They mean you absolutely no good. And you're going to have to use your spirit of discernment to determine, is this a good situation? Is this a bad situation? Should I avoid this situation? Because some people, they just never grow up. Some people are just stunted by that thing that happened to them in 1972. Like, they can't move past that. We're in 2024. And mentally, they're in 1972. That's a problem. So, it is what it is. But, it's always important to get that intel. You just never know how vital that data will be. And it just made so much sense. When I got that information, I was like, oh, duh. While people try to pretend that they're mature and pretend that they've moved past these things, and they really haven't. That's wild. Anyways, I will holler at y'all later. Have a great week. Peaceful, prosperity, purpose. Sorry. All of the above. Have a great one. I'll holler at y'all later. Deuces.